Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of AHS Soccer on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Tonight, the Ames High girls team takes on the Johnston Dragons. The Dragons coming into the matchup are 9-4. The Little Cyclones 10-4. Good to have you with us. My name is Ryan Eggert, live from Ames High Stadium. Beautiful weather out here. A definite change since Tuesday night's broadcast for the boys. Much warmer, no rain chances, perfect conditions. Let's take a look at these two teams now. For the Dragons, they're coming off of a 10-0 win over Des Moines Lincoln. Before that, they had lost to both Dowling and Waukee by a score of 3-1. However, they have three players who have scored at least 10 goals this season. Their top scorer, Isabel Garcia, has 15 coming into tonight. Isabella Balsley has 11, and Emma Hampton has 10. They can get their top scorers on the board. Johnston has a good chance of winning. For Ames, they've won 6 of their last 7 games. Their last match against Southeast Polk on Tuesday resulted in a 2-0 win. Top scorer Natalie Tone picked up her 10th of the year, and Grace Griffin scored her 8th of the year as well. Their defense has been very good as well. In the last 7 games, they've only conceded 3 times. If their defense can stand the test of Johnston and their top scorers can get on the score sheet tonight, they could have a good shot at winning. Johnston has won 8 of the last 9 matchups against Ames since 2011. The only win in that span for the Little Cyclones was back in 2017. They won that match by a score of 1-0. And we're going to head to break here. Keep it right here. We'll be back with starters and the start of the game on AHS Sports Network on YouTube.
In the midfield, a senior, number 6, Carolyn Walters. In defense, number 7, a senior, Anya Yu. In the midfield, a senior, number 11, Sophie Wilson. In the midfield, a junior, number 12, Isabel Andreotti. In the midfield, a senior, number 14, Natalie Stone.
She's 14. Got your numbers.
Midfield, a senior, number 15, Kate Spiker.
15.
In the midfield, a senior, number 16, Maddie Beatty. And midfield, a junior, number 18, Savani Honeybaron. And defender, a senior, number 15, Jordan Pender. Now, at this time, if willing and able, please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back into it, everyone. Just about to get started here. And we're going to go through your starters. First off, for the Ames High Little Cyclones. In goal tonight, number 1, Trinity Engelhart. On the field joining her are number 2, Allison Moore. Number 6, Carolyn Walters. Number 7, Anyang Yu. Number 11, Sophie Wilson. Number 12, Isabel Andriotti. Number 14, Natalie Tone. Number 15, Kate Spiker. Number 16, Maddie Bating. Number 18, Sivani Manimaran. And number 50, Jordan Hinders. For the Dragons, the numbers that I could get, I will get the missing ones to you here in a moment. Number 1, Ashley Faber. Number 3, Shay Polson. Number 7, Isabella Balsley. Number 13, Isabel Garcia. Number 15, Ella Smith. Number 16, Emma Hampton. And number 22, Molly Polk. As we are off and running now, I will get the other numbers to you here in a moment's time. Ames looking to come out strong here. We remind you that Johnston has won 8 of the last 9 matchups between these two teams. That definitely says something when your Ames trying to get a victory tonight. Crossfield now for Walters. And given away. It'll be a corner for Johnston. While we have a brief moment, these two teams are going to be in the same sub-state division. As we take a look here, Johnston on the top has the number 1 seed. They will play the winner of Des Moines North and Fort Dodge, who play next Friday. And Ames will go to Ankeny on June 2nd to decide who is going to go to the regional final. So this is the last home game, we would presume, for Ames, unless there was some way that Johnston would lose to either Des Moines North or Fort Dodge. And given the records of Fort Dodge and Des Moines North, which are far below 500, it's very unlikely that Ames would host another home game after tonight. So here is Molly Polk. This weather is a welcome change. It's been raining and it's just been awful, especially for last night's boys' first round sub-state game for Ames, where they played Indianola. Won that game 2-0 thanks to goals from Jordan Corrieri and Ian Jurgensen. They will take on Ankeny on Monday night to see if they can go to their sub-state final. And then I would find it highly unlikely that they would be hosting another game after that, because they are the 3 seed, and they would probably have to play Valley if they beat Ankeny. And that game would be at Valley, because Valley is the higher seed of the two. Speaking of Valley, Ames goes to Valley, the girls' team, on Tuesday night to finish their regular season. Their sub-state quest, as we mentioned, begins on June 2nd, which is just 12 days from now, so it'll be a Wednesday night game. Definitely a bit strange. That it's not often that there would be games on a Wednesday night. So that one is sent all the way through. Believe that starter. No, I could not find the name on there. I will get back to that. They've got Andriotti in here. The shot, the looping over. The shot is just a bit wide. That's the first real chance of the game for either side so far. You would think there would be a lot more chances to come.
A locked cell phone has been turned into the press box. It has a black Under Armour case and was found in the women's restroom. Please report to the press box if this is yours.
Johnston ideally would not want to have another one of those incidents down the road. Tone battling back. She wins the ball. Finds one in the center. Around. This one's going to be sent all the way through. And then Wilson. Don't know whether she was trying to hit that first time. Wasn't quite where she wanted it. Johnston repossesses. As this one is just played away by you. Throw in Dragons. Oh, look out here. Here's a chance. The shot. Good save there by Engelhardt. It was Emma Hampton on that one. She has 10 goals, 4 assists this year. Looking for at least her 11th tonight. Ames trying to get it out of the back. There's a lot of space in the midfield for Ames right now. They just need to be able to utilize that. That pass trying to go to Tone was Spiker, but it was not close enough to the sideline. Here's Tone, top scorer. Crosses in the middle. It's a shot there, and the shot, it's in! They score! Would you believe it? Inside 8 minutes. Just under 8 minutes in, and Ames has the lead. Isabel Andriotti. That is her 7th on the year. The assist I will believe will be given to Tone. That'll be her 5th of the season. And Ames has a 1-0 lead against Johnston. Ames just looking a little bit more energized right now. My goodness. Fading, trying to tackle that one away. Here is Garcia battling away, and Ames wins it away. Moving from left to right. Tackled away initially by Walters. And that ball collected by Engelhart. Can Ames try and put another one away? That would definitely be a boost to their match. And a foul is called right on the end line. Choose to go short. Probably want to get it out of their own end here. Don't want to get trapped. And Moore taking that one away. Shot from distance is wide. Has been taking short goal kicks. It works if you're able to get it out of the back. So this one stays down, and I think the referee had given advantage initially, but he will call it back now as though it was a handball on Johnston. So they move quickly. Moore. Head coach Bobby Myers for Ames starting all the seniors tonight, knowing this is their last, probably going to be their last home game. And making a contribution as Ames is up 1-0 here, just over 12 minutes gone. Ames moving back through the middle now, trying to get forward with it. Monty Marin over to Tone. She gets around there. She's got some free space. Crosses in. Cleared away for the moment, but not out. Shot a little bit too high up off the upright, not a bounds. Not a bad idea from Spiker. Throwing for Ames. Ames just methodically moving. As I say that, they give the ball away. Definitely being the first to step to the ball right now. They found Tone again on that right side. The cross, and oh, it just almost went in off of Walters, and it bounced just over the crossbar. Could have very nearly been 2-0 on 15 minutes. As now we have a substitution for Ames. Coming into the game are Alexis Winky and Haley Prakashan. Tracking all the way back was baiting. Englehart's got to get rid of it. She does. Now Ames will need to get themselves further up. And it just seems like, I'm not sure whether Johnston was trying to do a system of high press, but Ames has been able to find some gaps so far to move through, and throw-in was taken pretty far up the sideline from where it should have been, but was not stopped there by the official. Offsides on the play. Gives it back to Ames. Johnston now with the ball. Can they do anything with it? Let's look out here. Engelhart stops the attack. Winky turning there. She'll win a throw-in on the far sideline. Oh, and it's a little bit too far in front of, I believe that is Mia Kemmer. No, I take that back. It was Ashley Faber. Knocked up and out, and it's going to be a corner. Apparently there was a deflection. So Johnston with their first set piece opportunity of the night. First real set piece opportunity. Long cross. The header is taken by Engelhardt. Had to backtrack a little bit there to secure it. And they'll get a throw on the far sideline. Nobody's shifting over into that middle area here is Monty Marin now. Tried to find Prakashin on the near sideline. Not quite there. Winky looking for somewhere to go. Finds Spiker. She's got some space now. Goes up and Cantone. Yeah, she's got the ball there. That sprinter-like speed. Centers. And Prakashin almost got on the end of it, but it was smothered by the goalkeeper. It's either Meredith Downs or Emma Haynes, but it does not list the number on the stat sheet of who it is. Just over 20 minutes gone. Ames leads 1-0 thanks to a goal from Isabel Andriotti. Moving up the side are Johnston. Center, and mishit originally by Moore, but Engelhardt comes out to grab it. Winky almost getting that one, but it was given away by Johnston. Can Ames now make something of this? Given away in the midfield. Good work by Hinders there to track back as Johnston were forcing an attack. Handball called. Johnson will now have a free kick. Long ball over everyone, and this will be a goal kick now for Ames. Not exactly sure what happened there, but the referee has ordered that, to move it back. Moore, Prakashin, trying to just keep it in along the slim margins, giving away to Johnston here. Winky called for a foul there, trying to track back and win it. Ames preparing a couple of substitutions on the far sideline. Englehart got a hand to it, came back to recover. Chance eliminated. Knocked out, and a substitution will be made. Andriotti returning to the game, and coming in also, I believe, Ali Donovan, who has an assist and 2 goals. There's that one or 2 goals this year. Andriotti, whose goal gave Ames the 1-0 lead that they have retained since then. As that one's knocked out by you. Ames has looked good so far, and hopefully they can continue that form. And a foul is called. It's going to be right on the edge of the box. It was not inside, therefore it would have been a penalty. But it is going to be a matter of inches outside the box. Johnston another chance to try and tie it up. This one is over the bar. A little bit too high. And it's an Ames goal kick. Going short to Hinders. As that one went out on the near sideline. Johnston throw. Johnston having some stuff. They've only had maybe 1 or 2 on target so far. Ames has not really had many chances since the goal, but they have that 1-0 lead. They're moving now from left to right. Winky knocks it on a little bit too far in front of Tone, but it was a good idea. And here come the Dragons. Long shot on target. Taken up by Englehart. And she'll elect to move quickly. Had the right idea. Did Donovan. Was a little too far in front of Andriotti. And now Johnston will make some substitutions. That is number 20, Molly Tracta, and number 10, Tyler Donaldson. Foul on Ames. Booted up ahead by Hinders. As Winky trying to push her way through. Almost was able to get to that one. Quick throw taken by Johnston on the far sideline, and Ames gets it away. Donovan. Ames five. Here's Tone. She doesn't have any in the middle. She almost took it herself. But a corner is going to be won by Ames. Here just with 10 minutes left to go in this first half. It'll be just about everybody. It'll be everybody minus one back for Johnston. And Ames will try and put him up 2-0. This one's headed out. There's Monroe. Moore. I don't know why I said Monroe. Here's Tone. Andriotti. Wilson. The shot. Right at the keeper. The rebound. It's still loose there, and it's hit away. And it's still in on the near sideline. Here's Percussion. Putting in the center. And Winky almost got to that one, but it was grabbed by the goalie. What pressure Ames put on there. Almost went up 2-0 against a team they could very well face in the sub-state final. Battling away there. And now the ball is on the back line for Johnston. Hit out by Moore. Substitution for Johnston. It will be Ashley Faber coming out. Number 2, Sydney Ronker coming in. She's got 3 assists so far this year. Has not found her way onto the goal scoring side of the score sheet. On the far side, Donaldson. A shot. Blocked in front there. The ball is loose. Still tracked down, cleared out but not away. And a long shot. It's in! Oh my goodness, can you believe that? That is an incredible way to equalize. And that is number 22, Molly Polk. And they've tied it up. An incredible shot. It just looped over the outstretched hand of Engelhardt. She knows she would like to have that one back. And now we've got ourselves a really good game, if we didn't already have ourselves a good game before. Now the question for Ames is, can you take the lead back here? You don't want to give up a couple of goals right before halftime. That would not be good for their momentum. And just seemed like a bit of a blooper goal right there. It just kept going in and in and in, and eventually it just went over the outstretched hand of Engelhardt. That's an unfortunate break for her. This one's looped up far sideline. Good settle by Tone. And they will call a foul on Johnston. Back and forth type game so far. But it's not been the back and forth type game we've typically seen. This one's been a part where Ames will have the ball down in Johnston's end for a little while, and then Johnston will have it in Ames's end for a little while. This long ball is just played up. Dragons still have it as the sun begins to set at Ames High Stadium. Now Ames has it back. They're going to move Andriotti here for cash in. Wilson had it just played behind her. As now, here come the Dragons. Good track by Baiting to get it back. Long ball played up by Moore. Can Winky get on the end of it? Oh, it's a miss hit there. That was a close moment for the back line. Ames trying to move up right now and tried to find somebody in, did Donovan, to no avail. And Engelhardt just waits for this one to come all the way down to the box and picks it up. It'll be now with throw on the far side as substitution for both teams. Spiker and Walters return, taking out Tone and Donovan. And coming into for the Johnston lineup, we'll get that to you in a moment's time.
Returning names, lineup number 6, Carolyn Walters, number 15, Kate Spiker. Back into the Johnston Dragon lineup, number 16, Emma Hampton.
Emma Hampton coming back into the lineup as a foul there against Johnston. Give Ames the free kick in their own defensive end. Now the Dragons have it coming up through the midfield here. Knocked away. And Ames will get a throw on the far side. Knocked up and out by Baiting. Foul on Ames, and Johnston will get a free kick here. A long looping ball caught by Engelhardt. as Johnston has about 6 or 7 in the back right now, just trying to keep it away. Trying to find some semblance of form right now. And I believe a handball was called. With now just 1 minute remaining in this first half, we're all square at 1.
1 minute. 1 minute remaining in the first half of play.
If either team was able to get a goal here in the final minute or so of play in this first half, it would change the momentum, as this center by Winky and easily collected by the Johnston goalie. Don't think much of anything will move up from here unless Ames can find a way to force the agenda instead. Almost given away here.
10, 9,
They got 10 seconds now.
7, 6,
And here's Spiker.
4,
And they got to take a shot.
2, 1.
And I guess they didn't notice the time. And that will take us to halftime. So far, it's been a very back and forth game. Both teams have found the way into the back of the net. And we've seen some good chances otherwise from both sides. As this is the last home game for the girls team, the boys have already finished their home game schedule for the year. So this could be potentially my last broadcast, depending on what happens afterwards. I would hope it's not, but all good things must come to an end, don't they? So we're going to head to halftime here, but before we do, let's go through your sponsors. AHS Soccer on AHS Sports Network on YouTube is brought to you by the following. OBS Studio, free and open source software. Download today and start streaming quickly and easily on Windows, Mac, or Linux. And by YouTube Live, bringing you live streams on youtube.com since 2008. Want to stay up to date on all things AHS Sports Network? Follow us on our Twitter and our Instagram pages. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click that notifications bell to be notified every time we upload or go live. Halftime here, 1-1 between the Dragons and the Little Cyclones. Can Johnston get a second one unanswered and win this game? Can Ames restore their lead they had for most of the first half? You'll just have to watch here on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Second half to come after this. Welcome back. Oh, welcome back, everyone. Second half just about to get underway, but before we do, let's take another look at the sub-state path for these two teams. As we see here on the top, more towards the top of the screen, Johnston is the number 1 seed of the 5 teams in this sub-state division, which I believe is division number 2 or 3. And they'll play the winner of either Des Moines North or Fort Dodge, which the Des Moines North and Fort Dodge game will happen a week from today. Ames will play in their sub-state match on Wednesday, June 2nd, which is a week from this coming Wednesday. And before that, they'll have one more game to close out the season. It'll be at Valley. Of course, we cannot broadcast away games. But let's get back into it here. Second half just about ready to get going from Ames High Stadium. Under the lights. Here we go. Johnston definitely feeling a bit more energized after getting that goal to tie this game up. I've definitely played a little bit better to start as they move up here. And I believe, yep, they're going to let this one go all the way out for a goal kick. As we mentioned before, Johnston has won 8 out of the 9 matchups that these two teams have played since 2011. Of course, no games were played last year, which they probably would have met last year. But no games were played during the spring 2020 season because of the COVID-19 pandemic, as this one is in. Barely a minute in, and the Dragons have taken the lead off of a miscue by Engelhardt. What a change of fortune for these two teams. Ames getting that 1-0 lead just 8 minutes in. Now the tide is reversed. Emma Hampton now getting her. That will be her 11th of the year. 11 goals so far this season for Hampton. That makes her joint second on the Johnston team. Garcia, who we have not mentioned a lot of tonight, is a top scorer with 15 so far. Now Ames is going to want to play a little bit faster and trying to find a way to tie this game up. Ames playing in the back right now. Given away in the midfield. Throw in Johnston. Ball squirts free here in the midfield. Ames will try and move up with it. Spiker deflects all the way to Walters. She put it first time back towards the middle and gave it away. Coming up the sideline and getting through there was Hampton. Could not get through baiting. Given cheaply away by Moore. The center is going to go out of bounds before it reaches Engelhardt. Yeah, it was a goal kick. That's what it looked like. It was tracking back on the near sideline is Tone. To you. kind of trapped there. Finds the ball to Hinders. And a foul given against Johnston. Not sure exactly why. Maybe an overextension of the arm. Played up, that ball's still loose. And it went out of bounds. Another foul called against Johnston. Ames will now have a free kick. You would think they would want the 10. This one in a big collision there. And they're going to give Walters a yellow card. It was a bit of a late collision, but yes. So she'll have to come off for a little bit. And believe Prakashin will come back into the lineup for Ames. Ames just need to lock down on defense right now and try and find a way back as this one here. Johnston still with the ball. Tried to go through baiting. That didn't work. Oh, that was a close play for Engelhardt.
Recently in the main line, number 10, Haley Prakashin.
Given away in the midfield again. And Ames throw now on the far side. Dragons lead this one by a score of 2-1. And a couple of miscues from Engelhardt. But Ames has played well so far. Money Marin. Is able to force a switch. Hey, then there's a foul there on Johnston. That's on number 15, Ella Smith. Baiting knocks this one up, and it's knocked out by Smith. Given away here. And cleared away out of harm's way. I'm not exactly sure what Wilson was doing there. Maybe she thought she had a defender on him, but the official was just right behind them. Throw in Ames. Knocked well up by Johnston here. Battling through. To the side for Hampton. This one will go out for a throw. On the near corner. Right near the near corner, rather. Short throw instead. Into the center. Johnston able to win that one away. Cutting back there and still battling away. No foul given. Sure, Faber would have wanted the call to go in her favor. She did not get the call she was looking for, and it's tackled away by, that was Mila Felbapov. Kept in by Tone. Tone's got some running room. She's got Percussion on the far side. The cross is blocked there, and it's out for a corner. So it'll be Spiker to take this. Header! Cleared off the line. There was Wilson. She was very close to scoring. Good defensive play by Johnston to keep it out of the net. Couple of no calls there as this game's starting to get chippy. There's Spiker now. Trying to find Percussion on the far side. It went out. Johnston will go quickly with the throw. Wilson wins away in the midfield. Money Marin. The shot just over the crossbar. A good chance for Money Marin. Almost getting Ames level. Headed up by Wilson. Johnston trying to clear right now. This one's put up towards Faber. Baiting will shield. And goal kick is won. And now Johnston has a throw on the near side. And now Ames has a throw on the near side. Up towards Andriotti, who scored the goal for Ames. Big touch from Faber there. Causes her to lose the ball. Ball's sort of moving around like a pinball right now. Nobody's established possession just yet. Trying to move it up are Ames. There's you. Put a little bit too hard by Andriotti, and that one is now a Johnston throw. One away here. Johnston just trying to get it out of their defensive end. Hard tackle there from Hinders, and it'll be a Johnston throw as a substitution comes in. Andriotti coming out, Winky coming in. Couple of substitutes for Johnston. After the howler of the goal in the first minute of the second half, Engelhardt has done well to hold her own. This ball is now given away. What can Ames do with it?
Donaldson and Molly Poke into the Johnston lineup. For Ames, Alexis Winky.
Moving it up to Winky. Now Spiker. Choosing not to send it up just yet. Trying to find some space in the middle. Here's Tone on the near side. He's able to get by. What about the cross? Almost there. It's cleared but not out. And Winky wins this one back. Just a little bit too far away from Tone. It was a good ball, but it's out for a Johnston throw. And here we go. Winky, she's in. Can she finish? Taken down there. Ball is still loose. Money Marin, the shot is off target and miss-hit. Goal kick, Johnston. Ames getting their chances. Got to make sure that they capitalize on them. Johnston moving quickly up. Hinders intercepts. As Wilson was hit up high, and she's taking a moment to collect herself. Finds Winky. Can it stay in for Tone? Not quite. They've been creating good chances. As the substitution for Johnston will occur, it will be number, can't see the number as of right now. Number 5, that is, as this ball is still there loose. Deflected and cleared away. Number 5, Brandy Vu coming in for the Dragons. 4 assists and a couple of goals to her name this year. Tone putting it to center. Nobody there. And Johnston's got a 3-on-2 here. Playing it all the way through. Engelhart moves it out to safety and prevents the attack from getting any further.
Recently into the Johnston lineup, number 5, Brandy Hu, and number 13, Isabel Garcia.
Isabel Garcia returning to the lineup for the Dragons. Rather, I don't know whether she was actually in the lineup to start. Spiker now moving it up. What's she going to do with it? Given away here. Good tackle there by, that was Winky. Tone gets through one. She only has one other person in the center to help her. Instead, bit of a big touch at the end and it's given away. Baiting and the shot, it's just like a power pass or something like that. I'm not sure what to call it because it was a long ways out and it was never going to get to goal. Can they get something going here, Ames? Tone just lost it. 20 minutes to go now, just under. 2-1 Dragons. Dragons got the lead. Less than a minute into the second half, off a bit of a miscue from Engelhart in goal. Money Marin has a couple of subs prepared to get into the game. I believe Walters and Andriotti are both set to come in for Ames. There's up for Winky, and it's out. Johnston throw. Spiker to Percussion. Tried to find somebody in the middle. Cleared away for the moment. And a hard foul there on Wilson as Vu stepped in a little bit late. And Ames now has a good chance to good set piece here. Dangerous set piece. Spiker will take again. Can she find the back of the net? The shot, very close. Hit the underside of the football crossbar and just a little bit high, but very close indeed. Ames, they're not going away. Even though they may be down, they are not going away. And Andriotti and Walters re-enter the game for Ames. hit kind of carelessly into the middle. Nobody there. Not sure what Moore was trying to do there, but it goes out for a Johnston throw. Haven't seen much of some other strikers like Cameron Moon, who has the second most goals on the team with 9 so far this year. Although she may be down at the state track meet tonight. I'm going to redo the throw because they wanted to get a sub in. And they will get that substitute in. It is number 1, Ashley Faber. This one knocked aside here into the middle of the field. That did not look like it went out, but it apparently did. Of course, the margins are ever so slim down there. Knocked away here. What can they do? Ames just trying to get forward and trying to find a way to get a finish here. We've had several opportunities so far. Andriotti. Oh, is that one? It went through the 2 defenders there, but no Ames player was on the end of it. A near heart in the throat moment for Johnston. Spiker finding some free space. Tone was just onside. The cross over everyone. Can Andriotti get to it on the far side? Yes, she can. Keeps it in. Keeps it alive for Ames. Foul called on Johnston. Wow. I did not think that was going to amount to much, but indeed, here, another chance. Want to try and keep it a little lower on this time around. There's a way you can find a way to bend it over, and it's through, and it's right at the goalie. Ames getting chances, not showing any signs of, well, they may be a little bit frustrated that they haven't been able to get that second goal that surely they feel like they've deserved. They're still fighting. Strangely enough, all 3 girls' games that we've done before tonight ended with a 1-goal margin. Roosevelt 1-0 to the Rough Riders. 1-0 against Norwalk for the Little Cyclones, and then Ankeny winning 2-1 on penalties. So here's Wilson, Andriotti. Can she find anywhere to go? Finds Wilson, and that one was a little bit too high. Ames looking to improve to 11-4. Johnston right now, if they win, they will go to 10-4 on the year. Spiker near sideline. Crosses in. And handball against Winky. Johnston free kick. Trying to find somewhere to go are Ames. Switching the field all the way to U. Some space now for Andriotti. Gives it off. The shot took a deflection, and I believe that will be out for a corner. Indeed it will. As we approach 10 minutes remaining in regulation. Here comes the cross in, and it's still there. And it's still pinball around, and nobody's been able to put a foot on it, and U gets a shot away, blocked there by, that was Smith. And another corner will come out of this. How close have Ames come? This one, and it's still loose. Nobody able to get a foot on it though. And one away by Hinders aggressively there. Here it is for Spiker on the near side. Ames have had so many chances, just haven't been able to convert. Johnston, I'd say they're quite lucky that they haven't given up that second goal just yet, because you could feel like it's coming. Substitutions will be made now. Percussion coming in, and she will take out Anyang Yu. Couple subs for Johnston as well.
Johnston lineup. Number 8, Hannah Bruni. Number 10, Tyler Donaldson.
Hannah Brune coming in for the... Hey, Brune coming in for Johnston. There was another name that, over the PA, I missed that one. Uh-oh, look out here, and that one was deflected away. It'll be a goal kick. 8 minutes to go. Ames, they've been very close to building something up and haven't put that final finishing touch on it. Spiker now running on the near side. Finds Winky. What can Winky do? Had it run off the back of her foot. Still battling away. As up they go, over comes Tone. She's still got it. The shot, and I believe that may have taken the deflection. They say no, it didn't. It sure looked like it may have clipped one of the Johnston defenders, but Johnston's still on on very thin ice right now with the way that they've been playing in the back. Again, as I had mentioned, I feel that they might be a little bit lucky to have not given up that second goal as we have a Johnston player down, but play still continues. She's up now, but hobbling away, and we have a stoppage. Can't quite see who that is. That is it is Isabel Garcia. So substitute now for Johnston, I believe, coming into the game will be Isabella Balsley. And drop ball now. Ames, you would think that they would want to just keep this. Or just go ahead, go forward with it. Not exactly sure. And instead, they'll just give it back to Johnston. Who knows? Maybe that could come back to haunt. Come back to haunt them. You would hope it would not. Johnston got a goal around this time in the first half. Andriotti, Winky, now Tone. Are they going to get something here? We'll crash in. And a corner is given. Another prime set piece for Ames. Can they get a score? Here it comes. It's over everyone, and it's in! They've scored! I believe, who was it? You could say it's about time that they found the back of the net. It was only a matter of time. And the consistent pressure, and they've equalized it with 5.5 minutes to go. Now Johnston feeling the same way that Ames did before. Not sure who scored that goal. It could have been Baiting or Walters. I believe those were the two prime candidates at that far post. But we are tied. Ames is going to look to try and get a game winner. At the very least, you want to at least force an overtime period. Don't want to try and give away a goal here. And look out here. They've got a couple in the middle, and there's going to be a foul called on Baiting. And they're going to give a yellow card to Baiting as now she'll sit for the rest of regulation. Now Ames is going to have to think about how they put what formation now they're going to put in, as that was a pretty hard foul. And I think she would have been in. So you could argue that could have been a red card for Dogso, denial of obvious goal scoring opportunity. So now they're going to put, who is that? That is that's Lucy Brecky on the left wing. They're going to change. Can't see exactly who's going to shift into that back spot. Could be her. Could be Brecky. Lucy Brecky. Not quite sure how this one's going to end. Here we go. And that one's going to be over everybody and over the bar. So just under 5 minutes. What a turn of events this game has seen. Ames getting a game-tying goal. They took the lead 8 minutes in, and about 5 minutes from time, they were able to tie it at 2. So indeed, Lucy Brecky's going to take that center back position, and look out here, and that one is going to be over just wide. This is the definition of nail biter. 4 minutes to go. Ames looking to get some. You at least want to force an overtime period. You do not want to give a goal up here. That would be a heartbreaker to top all heartbreakers. This Tone now moves it to Walters. Moves it up to Winky. Can she get there? Yes, she's gotten around. A little bit of support in the middle and tracking back to beat Andriota to the ball was one of the Johnston players. And still battling away here. And another, is it going to be a yellow card here? Who's going to get the yellow card? Yellow card on the Johnston player, and they're going to call a foul on the goalie as Engelhardt was going to come out and grab that ball right at the top of the box. So, a couple of yellow cards in as many minutes here. That's the third one of the game. Walters had one back early in the first half. No, she had one early in the second half, excuse me. Then Bading got one just about a minute and a half ago. And now one of the Johnston players will sit for the rest of regulation should we need overtime. I was really hoping that yellow card wouldn't go to Moore because she's played exceptionally well at that outside back position tonight. Tempers flare in here. Move it through the middle. Taken away by Ames. Time crunch is starting to set in. And there's a late challenge there on Wilson. Or from Wilson, rather, not on her. So here we go. 2 minutes left to go. Headed through, and instead, and keeping it in there was Prakash, and now Johnston have a throw as she tried to clear that away. This could be decided by a last-minute goal, or it could be decided in overtime. In fact, all of the last 3 games that we've done for girls here have gone to overtime. The Norwalk game where Ames and Norwalk went scoreless through regulation, and then Griffin with the penalty winner. A 1-1 heading into overtime against Ankeny. And here against Johnston, it's tied at 2 as the 1 minute timer comes on now. And look out here, and this one just wide. Engelhardt had deserted her net, and it could have cost her there. 40 seconds. This is going to have to be the last attack of the game for either side, as they're going to want to go quickly here. 30 seconds to go. At this rate, I don't think anybody's going to be able to get up and get up in time, unless they were able to find a break in the defense. 15 seconds. No sense of urgency, really.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
You just got to launch one here.
3.
And instead, it's going to go to overtime. What do you know? We are headed to overtime.
After 80 minutes of play, it's 2-2. After a 5-minute break, we'll begin the first overtime period.
Well, what a crazy last 5 minutes those were. The equalizer for Ames. A couple yellow cards in as many minutes. And we're only just getting started now. Johnston looked like they had secured it early in that second half. They had the goal just under a minute into the second half off the miscue from Engelhardt. She's been able to build back that confidence and been able to stop all the shots since. And Ames just fighting their way through everything at the end there to put it in the back of the net. And what do you know? This game felt like it could have gone to overtime. Ames so very close to getting another one, in fact. But it's still overtime. Here we come. Now, this is the third consecutive girls broadcast that we've had a game go to overtime. And for those of you who did not see the previous two, this is how overtime works. Overtime is split into two 10-minute blocks. The first 10 are obviously, we'll go 10 minutes, 5-minute break, another 10 minutes. Of course, but the difference is, compared to professional soccer, if you score, you win. The overtime rules work a lot like hockey, is like what I like to compare it to. If you score, you win the game and the game is over. But if we go past both of those 10-minute blocks with no score from either side, we will head to the penalty shootout. And I would assume most people would know how a penalty shootout goes from there. They would take, usually it ends in 5 shots, but you would only actually need a minimum of 3 to win the game. But anyways, this should be an exciting time. We're going to head to break here quickly. We'll be right back with first overtime. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Soccer on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome back, everyone, to Ames High Stadium. We're headed to overtime for the third consecutive home game for the girls. What do you know? But before we get started here, let's take one more look at your sub-state path. These two teams could meet in the sub-state final if Johnston were to more than likely win against their opponent, which would either be Des Moines North or Fort Dodge, and Ankeny and Ames. We saw what happened last time those two teams played, which it went all the way to penalty kicks. But here, as we are ready to get her going, overtime, here we come. The intensity has been upped, as if it wasn't already high to begin with. Knocked up. There's Wilson, Andriotti, Cashin. What can they do? Given away, but given back, and given away again. Still working on that far side. That is Tone. Sent in here. They've got a runner. Can she score? What a great save by Engelhardt. Oh, an incredible save. An impossible save. It looked like that was Isabella Balsley. It looked like she was in. But a great save by Engelhardt. And we are still tied at 2. Oh, my goodness. Here we go, corner for Johnston. First set piece of the overtime periods. The header is just off target. Substitution Baiting returning to the lineup after getting a yellow card with about 3.5 minutes left in that second half. And now Ames will get another throw in on the near side. Johnson moving up. And no success for Balsley there. Percussion now. Putting it up for Spiker. Does she have the speed to get there? Said this one's just put out by, I believe that was Taryn Thielen. Loose in the middle. Foul by Wilson. Little trip there. Ames just throwing everything back right now, just trying to prevent Johnston from scoring. Poked away there by Spiker. Just need to knock it up right now and just get it up. All the way to the side. This is Tone now. Can she keep it in on that far side? Yes, she can, just barely. The center, and Prakash almost got a foot on it, and nobody else stepped to it. Couple of subs now for Ames, and now Wilson will step off for the time being, and Winky will take her place and move Andriotti back to that center midfield position.
Into the Johnston lineup, number 10, Taylor Donaldson. And for Ames, number
Donaldson
5,
coming
Wilson
back into the
Stevens.
lineup for Johnston. Whoever wins this game, it's going to be 3-2. We don't know who that'll be just yet. And here they've got a shot, and it was poked up onto the crossbar, and it came back in bounds. Very close call there. And Ames still alive, even though Johnston have had the majority of chances here. Spiker into the midfield. Blocked away there. Three minutes to go in this first overtime period. Johnston playing it around their back line, just trying to find a way through. Oh, and it's given away here in the midfield and given right back to Monty Marin. Can she do anything with it? Not quite. She's fighting away. Won that ball back again, and now it's sent down the near side to Baiting. Two minutes to go. Given away. What can Johnston do? It's still in the midfield, and the shot is just wide. Johnston having just about all the chances so far in this first overtime period. But they haven't been able to find the back of the net just yet. Tracked down in the midfield. And now Johnston with players forward. Just about everybody
1 minute.
back.
1 minute remaining in the first overtime.
1 minute to go in this first overtime period. And it's still 2-2. Looking. And this one's given away again in the midfield by Ames. Here they come to Johnston. I just shield this one all the way out or not. I'm not sure why Moore just put it out as opposed to giving yourself a goal kick instead of giving Johnston a chance with now 18 seconds left in this first overtime period. Knocked away for the moment, and this will almost surely end first overtime. This will indeed end the first overtime period. We will head to the second overtime period now. And after that, if there is no score, we will head to penalties. Johnston definitely had more chances, if not all the chances, in that first overtime period. Ames not able to really get into the attacking third of Johnston. So it'll be definitely interesting to see what happens, what transpires after this. But I think that it's going to get chippier and it's going to get closer, and there will be margins that will decide this game. Margins that small. And let's take another look once again at the sub-state path. Ames will play Ankeny 1 week from Wednesday in the first round of their sub-state. And Johnston get the bye. They'll play the winner of Des Moines North and Fort Dodge on that same day, as the Des Moines North and Fort Dodge game will take place a week from tonight. And the winners of those games will go onto the regional final, and they'll become one of the 8 schools that will challenge in the state tournament for the state championship. So this game has been so close. I'll take you back for a little bit of a recap here. Ames scored first off a goal by Isabel Andriotti. Then Johnston were able to equalize on a goal from Molly Polk. And they were able to kind of swing the momentum for the rest of that first half. And then just less than a minute into the second half, Johnston got a gift of a goal thanks to a miscue from Engelhart, and that gave them the 2-1 lead. And then Ames, with a goal with 5 minutes left in regulation, forced overtime. Might you remember, Caroline Walters picked up a yellow card, as well as Maddie Baining, and there was one other Johnston player. I believe it may have been Isabella Balsley, but I can't confirm that right now. Well, 10 more minutes max of playtime, and then if needed, we're going to go to penalty kicks. As we get ready to go here. Off we go. Here's Tone using her speed trying to get around the defender. She's done well getting around that outside defender, and the crosses into the center have been excellent as well. However, Ames just hasn't put enough players into the center consistently to challenge for that. And tackled away by, that was Spiker. Ames now keeping possession. As I say that, they give it away on the far side. Commentator's curse, isn't it? It has to be. So they've got a runner through. Nice back heel there by Baiting to prevent the run and switch the field there. Instead, it's given back away and given away back to Ames again. This would be, if the two teams are still tied after regulation, this would be the third penalty kick shootout of the year that we will have broadcasted, as that one is just played to no one. It definitely looks like we could be headed to a penalty kick shootout, given the way that the overtimes have gone, with not a ton of attack from Ames just yet, and the way that Johnston have not been able to keep the ball. Battling away, given away on the far side. 3 minutes gone, 7 to go in this second overtime. There's more. I haven't seen anything from Grace Griffin tonight. Hopefully was not injured in the most recent game. As this one's sent back up down the line. Andriotti getting to it. And instead, given away. Up in the air in the middle. Been able to keep Isabella Bosley and Isabel Garcia off the score sheet so far, have Ames. Look out here. Well tackled away by you, and now here's a shot, and that one is well over the bar, well wide. Halfway through this second overtime period. No score yet. We're just 5 minutes away from penalties if nothing else changes. Wilson trying to work her way out of the middle there. Now over to, this is Andriotti. I tried to find tone in there. I think she's going to be called offside. Came back from an offside position, did tone, and side referee was right on it. Andriotti just cheaply gave it away. 3.5 minutes to go. So you don't want to get a yellow card here because I don't know if they'll let you in the shootout because there's less than 5 minutes left in the overtime period. Only about 3 minutes to go. As the clock ticks to 9:38 p.m. Central Time here in Ames. Who will be the winner tonight? Well, look out here. And the center, and Engelhardt was all over that as Moore got knocked down. Looked like there was maybe an extension of the arm earned by the Johnston player. Who knows? Can't see that from here. Can't necessarily see that. Still getting chippy now. Knocked out of the air there. That was, if I remember, number 10. That was Donaldson. I haven't come across a name like Donaldson yet this year. And the only thing I would think of if I did hear that name would be the Major League Baseball player, Josh Donaldson. But here, now it's Wilson. Ames hasn't had too many opportunities like this as Tone gets around her marker, and the shot from Wilson was deflected, but with just under, or rather 90 seconds left in this second overtime period, Ames have a corner. This is probably going to be their first real attempt at goal this overtime period. So a decent student section is turned up tonight. Ames got their last goal off of a corner kick. Can the same be said here? And the shot there from you was blocked. As still in the middle there. 1 minute to go now. Monty Marin's shot collected by the goalkeeper. Frantic moments for Johnston, frantic moments for Ames. And Wilson and Walters had a little bit of a miscommunication as to who that was going to take that, and Johnston are going to get a throw. And that was the right call. That was the right call for all of the fans who didn't agree with that one. But here comes Johnston. 15 seconds to go. Just 10.
9, 8, 7.
Just knock it out here, and indeed, we are going to head to penalty kicks.
1.
Second consecutive girls' home game that we're going to head to penalty kicks, as that is the end of the overtime period. Could you ask for any more? Wow. So we are going to reset the scores here to zeros for the penalty kick shootout to count how many each team scores. But keep in mind that it is tied at 2 right now. And so we will see who's going to shoot first, which end. If you remember, Ames lost in heartbreaking fashion to Ankeny when Griffin put hers over the crossbar in the 5th round of penalties. Heartbreaker there. The boys also had a round of penalty kicks against Norwalk, in which they did not, unfortunately, win. They also had overall, I think all of the shootouts I know, Ames has not won any of them. 0-3 for the boys. 0-1 for the girls. There may be more. I could be wrong. I don't know whether any of the other games went to penalty kick shootouts. But all the ones I know, Ames has not won. Can they break that trend tonight? This will be quite the shootout here. Before we get into the shootout, let's go through your sponsors. AHS Soccer on AHS Sports Network on YouTube is brought to you by the following. OBS Studio, free and open source software. Download today and start streaming quickly and easily on Windows, Mac, or Linux. And by YouTube Live, bringing you live streams on youtube.com since 2008. Do you want to stay up to date on all things AHS Sports Network? Follow us on our Twitter and our Instagram pages. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click that notifications bell to be notified every time we upload or go live. Although I would hope this is not the last broadcast that I do. It could be, depending on what happens in the future. This is one exciting way to end it. A dramatic way to end it. So it looks like we are going to head down. Looks like penalty kicks are going to be taken at the end where the scoreboard is. So we will get you zoomed in on there. Okay, this should be a good angle here. And we will see who is going to be taking the penalties for Ames. It looks like Wilson, Monty Marin, Spiker. Who else is down there? I believe Tone is one of them. And one other one that I can't do right now. Looks like Hampton. Emma Hampton, Ella Smith. Taryn Thielen, or at least some of them for Johnston. But here we go. First penalty kick taker will be Sophie Wilson. Do not remember whether she was in the last shootout. I believe if she did, she did score. First penalty kick attempt for Ames. Scores! Keeper guessed the right way, but there was just too much power on that one from Wilson. And now the pressure will go on to Johnston to try and get it back equal. This will be Emma Hampton, who has scored or 10 goals in the regulation time this season. So she's one of the better shooters on the team. Can she put it away? Stopped by Engelhardt. What a save! Engelhardt guessed the right way, and not enough power on it from Hampton. Now Ames just needs to put these away to try and keep this little advantage that they have, even if it's just marginal. Next penalty kick taker will be Sivani Manimaran, who has 4 goals to her name this season. She put it over. A little bit too high, and a missed opportunity there for Ames to try and capitalize on a mistake from Johnston. Now Engelhardt will need to try and save this one. Coming up will be... Cannot read the number. There is down covering the number. Name should be coming up any more. Here it comes. Saved again! Can you believe it? Engelhardt with her second save in this shootout. And it's still 1-0 on the penalties. Unbelievable. Now the third shooter for Ames will be Kate Spiker. Has 5 goals to her name, Ames this year. She's got 10 assists during regulation play. She's more of the playmaker as opposed to the shooter, but here it comes. Scores! Goalie gets the wrong way, and Spiker put it away. And Ames is up 2-0 in the shootout. A save from Engelhart would be tremendous. It would be a big boost. Here is Smith. She put it over. Can you believe it? Ella Smith has put it over. And the game could be settled right here. Natalie Tone, the top scorer for Ames, is coming up to the spot. She has 10 to her name this season. Can she put the game away for Ames and give them their first shootout win, potentially of the year? Scores! And that should be it. That's it. Can you believe it? Johnston, who looked like they might have had a chance in that first overtime, come up to the penalty spot and they don't score any of them. Ames wins this one 3-2 on penalties. What a way for Ames to win. The first time they've beaten the Dragons in 4 years. And that one was a 1-goal margin. A definite comeback win after what happened in those early parts of the second half. A game that they, in a way you could say, deserved to win. They were definitely a team that just never quit. So resilient they were tonight. An unbelievable end to the game. They may have missed one, but hey, Johnston didn't put any of them away, and they were able to win the game. What an incredible finish. And if this does happen to be my last broadcast on AHS Sports Network before I graduate, boy, that was one for the ages. It had just a little bit of everything. It had an early goal from Ames, the fight back from Johnston, the fight from Ames at the very end of regulation to get that goal 5 minutes from the second half end, and penalty kicks, which are always dramatic, and they are able to pull it off. Incredible. Who would have thought? Well, if this does happen to be my last game, I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who has watched, everyone who has been able to watch us, even if it's one game or every single event that we've done. I'd like to thank Ian and Tristan and the AD, and being able to assist me with whatever I needed to make this work, along with my partner Carter, who was here for basketball and football and volleyball. I'd also like to thank my mother for, just telling me about this, and who wouldn't know? Mothers always seem to be right somehow. I'd like to thank my dad for being so supportive as well. Also having great photos that we were able to make the break slideshows with, and just everybody in general who's ever watched us. Thank you for watching, because it means the world to me to know that people want to watch, even though in those hard times. If we think back to early in the school year, back in September, when we weren't able to have many fans at football games, when we weren't able to have full capacity basketball games and full student sections nonetheless. And to all the parents who, didn't want to go because maybe they felt their health, if they have health problems. To everybody who couldn't be here, I felt like I was doing a duty of bringing the game to the people who couldn't see it in person, and that means a lot to me. But once again, I'd like to thank everyone, and I wish Carter the best of luck in his future endeavors, and hopefully, who knows, we may see each other again in the future. But if this does happen to be my last broadcast on AHS Sports Network, I will never forget it. That was a fantastic game, and no game had a fitting conclusion. Missed chances and small margins were deciding factors. Well, that'll do it here from Ames High Stadium. The girls get a win on penalties, 3-2. Incredible game. And what could be for the final time, I will sign off, but once again, congratulations to all the seniors who have performed well, and I wish them the best in their future endeavors as well. And the boys team going up against Ankeny this coming Monday, wish them the best of luck, and to all the seniors who are playing in their final games, hopefully life will treat them right, and hopefully it will see them go on to many good things. But overall, what a ride it's been. It's called everything from late game comebacks to blowout wins to games with very few people in the house. It was an incredible time here at AHS Sports Network, and I would hope if this channel continues that it can keep up this great reputation, and it would keep up its purpose that it serves, to bring people the game who couldn't be there. But yes, so for what could be the final time, this is Ryan Eggert, the voice of your Ames High Little Cyclones, both boys and girls soccer, signing off. Good night, everyone. Stay safe, and we will see you all later.